right, all right, all right. We are here. We are in the mix. Let's go with the first thing here. First book I want to talk about. I've talked about it a lot. I'm going to keep talking about it. Battle Beast. Battle Beast. I'm sorry. Don't get it twisted. Invincible Universe Battle Beast. Because you look for it under B, you won't find it. You have to look for it under I. Just look for it under its proper name. And it is, of course, written by Robert Kirkman and the art by the great Ryan Otley. This makes this thing. Colorist is Annalisa Leone, and Russ Wooten is the letterer. Oh, number 3 here. Number 3 in the Battle Beast series. Let me dig up the old video here. I happen to have one, perchance. In this issue, Battle Beast is still headed toward his captors, or I should say the guy that he's captured and is heading toward his home to find Battle, which someday hopefully end his own existence. And on the way, he is constantly being trying to be outsmarted. the AI of the ship and his prisoner are trying to figure out ways to kill him before he gets to his destination, and nothing is working. On the way, he runs into this this squadron of people or just beings who are trying to attack the ship. AI puts him out on the wrong side of the ship, thinking that he'll be at a disadvantage. But oh no, Battle Beast finds a way, and he just starts to annihilate pretty much every one of the ships that are attacking the rocket that he's in. And Ryan Otley's art, man, you can see all the detail here. You can see he just revels in the madness, in the chaos that is Battle Beast. This man was born to draw stuff like this. I mean, I think I'm sure of it. I'm just no thinker. I know he really gets off on drawing this kind of a thing because he looked so forward to doing this Battle Beast series. So now the Battle Beast finishes this battle with the attackers in those spaceships. You can see the guy right here who his prisoner is he's only got part of his body left, and Battle Beast put him in this exo armor or skeleton thing that's like a female exoskeleton thing. And when the Battle Beast returns from slaying all the you can see the debris out there in space just floating around. When Battle Beast comes inside to just take a break in between battles, he tells the guy that okay, now if you guys try this shit one more time, it's not going to be pretty for you guys. It's not going to end well. So they finally figure out, okay, well, we just head on to your planet, and as they're circling the planet about to land, the guy's like, oh my God, I'm home, I'm safe, and this is they're gonna be so glad to see me. They're met by this giant Godzilla or Rodan creature, which just knocks the ship in half and blows it to bits. So now the ship crash lands on the planet. Everybody is in disarray. Everyone survives the landing, but there's a lot of shit coming after this that I want to talk about. If you're reading the book, you've already read it and you see it. This is the David Nakayama cover here. The very kind of a not really a what do they call those things? It kind of is the uniform color, but it's very different in David's kind of a way of doing things. And there's about 6 different covers, and this is my favorite one. Battle Beast just rules, man. It rules, I tell you, it rules. As Beatles would say. Battle Beast number 3. If you're not reading this, you love comic books. They're really filled with violence and humor at the same time. This is for you. Next book is also a former penultimate book. Actually, is it from last week? Maybe it was last week, the week before last, forget which. It was called The Voice Said Kill. And this is written by Cy Spurrier, art by Vanessa Del Rey, colorist is John Starr, and the letterer is Hassan Aswani Lahu, one of the biggest letterers in the business. And this one here, man, the artist really dark. I mean, literally dark. I mean, you can look at the colors and see how they incorporate this whole darkness of the Louisiana. Say that 3 times real fast. The Louisiana bayou into their artwork. And there's this like a wildlife refuge, and these people down there are kind of like park rangers, not really police, but they kind of keep the law because they're always alligator poachers and people like that working down there and trying to, you know, poach the gators and just ruin the natural environment. And there's one woman who's like she's married. She's pregnant, and she's got to do her job still because tough times, right? And she's the last ones on this shift today because everybody else either ate some bad seafood or somebody spiked a punch or some other bad ingredients. So everybody else had to leave, and Mary's there by herself. And there's this like mafia queen, and she's like kind of like she runs the town, and she demands that Mary come to talk to her, and she calls Mary on the carpet in her luxurious trailer as she drinks her moonshine and lords over her swamp kingdom. What's happening is this woman's son is this ne'er-do-well, just mess up, and he's out there just like high off mushrooms and causing a ruckus in the swamp, killing gators, killing people, doing all kinds of shit. And she wants Mary to go bring him home. And she kind of forces Mary to like toast it. I mean, like, drink this moonshine and we'll toast to it. Like, I'm pregnant. I don't give a fuck. Drink the moonshine. So she has to drink the damn whiskey, even though she's pregnant. And then she gets a call from somewhere out in the bayou saying, like, we got an emergency. So it turns out it is this woman's son starting shit, shooting up with his rifle and stuff. And Mary eventually has to kill that guy. But now she knows that she is kind of proper fucked because she has killed like the heir to the the swamp mafia, and she doesn't know how she's going to make it look, like an accident, because she does try to cover it up a little bit. She tries to make it seem like, she tried to get rid of the body. And there's like a thing at the end where she says like, somebody calls up and say, we found the body. And she's like shitting scared, thinking that, oh shit, they found that body and now my ass is out. And she's freaking out about that. This is such a well-written book. The art might not be for some people, but I think it does the job. It expresses the darkness and just the nastiness of being in the swamp and down there in the dirty south of Louisiana and trying to stop gator poachers and mafia queens and all that shit. Man, this is way better than I expected. The voice said kill, and I'm not sure where it's going to go. But man, it looks very good so far. So pick this up. This is one penultimate book that definitely paid off. So that's number 2. Number 2, but we try harder. Final book for this week. Oops. Oopsies. Yes, he did do a great job. Final book for this came out a few weeks ago. This was not a penultimate book, but it was kind of on my radar because it's written by Ed Brisson. This one is Wild Animals. It is number 1. It is written by Ed Brisson. The artist is Andy Kuhn, and color artist is D. Kniff from Connecticut. Kenny Kniff fans out there. The book designer is Camilo Sanchez. Letterer is Rob Jones. Logo designer Ed Brisson. Editor is Christina Harrington. So yeah, Wild Animals really resonated with me for a lot of reasons, man. I could relate to this poor kid. I have the video for that one too. This poor guy, God, he's had such a hard life. His mom is terminally ill. She's in the hospital, dying. And she's going over all these memories that they had of like, remember that rabbit I bought you that time? What was his name again? Like, Mom, I hated that fucking rabbit. The rabbit shit everywhere. It didn't want me to hold it, and I ended up taking it out. And but you don't tell her that because she's dying. You're like, yeah, Mom, good memory. Yeah, it's good. I'll see you when I get off work. But yeah, it turns out rabbits don't make good pets because they're very deceptive. They're very cute animals, not good pets though. So he goes off to work. He works at this this 7-Eleven like Quickie Mart kind of a thing. Before he gets there though, he stops by the crib and finds out that the landlord is going to kick him and his mother and put all their shit out. And by the end of the week, if he doesn't get the money paid, no, it's not going to happen because they don't have any money coming in. And then he reminisces about how all this happened to him. Because what happened was his father was murdered by these crooked cops in this small town that was run by, of course, crooked cops and things like that. And they just let the cops go. I mean, they were proven innocent, or just they were adjudicated to be innocent or whatever. And the kid was he was actually burned because his mother had some like chicken grease on the stove when they came in to shoot his father. So he got disfigured, and his father got killed, and now his mom is dying. There's all these horrible things are happening to this poor guy, and he's just at the work at the at the mini mart, and then all these little fucking shithead kids come in to steal some beer. And it turns out the fucking kids end up just like, beating the shit out of him, like what kind of a job is this? I mean, I'm not making any money. These kids come in there and gang up on him. And he just had enough already. And he gets the call, he couldn't even get to the hospital in time to see his mother had died before he got there. This guy's at the end of his rope. And he finds this box, this strong box in his mother's things, and he cracks it open. And inside this box is information about the cops who killed his father. All right, so his mother tried to keep it away from him, I guess, knowing what he might do if he had that information. And once he gets that information, it's like, look, I got nothing left. I got nothing left to lose. I got nothing to live for. My shit's been evicted. I'm gonna go find these cops, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just one kid, with a broken down car and nowhere to live and no money. But he goes on this mission to avenge his father. And man, that just hit me. It hit me in a special place. And I'm down with this to the end. I think it's a 4-part series. Wild Animals from Mad Cave Studios. They put out a lot of really good stuff. Man, this is the book of the week for me. It's like 3 weeks old, but still, I think the new one's not coming out for another couple of weeks. So yeah, I recommend that. And that is your What's Good for this week. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.